what's the newbie's work commitment? As in, like, what's their day-to-day look like? How often do they have to be on site, for example?
Well, why don't you start with the development first, in the sense of, like, because I feel like a lot of your listeners, whether it's iWin member, Rockstar members, or any other of your listeners out there, like, the development portion is something like a full-time employee, like an accountant or someone that works.
It's a full-time gig.
They have a full-time. No, they have a full-time job. They can do this development thing on their own.
Right.
I mean, hiring the planner and the proper people to do it, but it's something that's very doable if you're working full-time.
Development really ebbs and flows. Sometimes it's going to take a lot of your time, and other times it could be nothing for a week or 2 weeks if you're waiting for a report, let's say, or a survey plan. We're obviously going to be able to do it much faster, the development, because I do this full-time. But even your listeners who have 9-to-5 jobs, they could push through the development on the side. Again, it might not be as fast, but it's definitely possible.
We've seen many success stories.
Yeah, if a regular person has a 9-to-5 job, they could do one of these every 2 years, and if they want to push it, they could do one a year if they wanted to. Like, they don't have to quit their job. As a matter of fact, in a lot of cases, it's not the best idea to quit your job, because then you need the financing and all that, right? So for people who want to have that, that kind of burst strategy on steroids, is doing one or two, every couple of years is I think it's a good strategy.
Yeah.
Right.
With all this work from home, you have more flexibility. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No more commute times. Flexibility.
Sometimes you gotta pop in on site, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? You can take your.
But or
meetings in
clear the
car or
lot,
whatever.
like, you want to keep the lot in kind of good order, just so
Yeah.
you don't piss
The
off.
other thing,
neighbors.
Erwin, is if you want to be more hands-off, you can hire your planner to do more stuff. We just got off a call with a planner who asked kind of what level do we want them project managing. Do we want them to be the full quarterback and to arrange all the other people,
Right.
like the engineer, surveyor, and all that?
Yeah.
Well, if you don't have the time, it's worth it, the investment to pay the planner to do that. Because we do this full time, we take on a lot of those tasks. So it adds more on our plate and takes more of our time. But listeners, they don't necessarily have to go down the same route
Right.
that we do.
So maybe for, like, Muskoka, you'll have someone do a little bit more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
That's right.
So it's completely doable for a 9-to-5 working to get through that development stage.
The build, I think, is
That's Collingwood, right? Is it
Wasaga.
Wasaga Beach, sorry.
So the build is a whole different story. I can successfully do it while I work 7 to 5 full time, but it's very trade heavy. So like I said, I'm not actually working on that build while I'm at work. For one, it's a conflict of interest, but so all of my prep and planning I'm doing on weekends and evenings, but it's all trades. So I don't necessarily, when the tile guy's going, I just have to show him what to do, or I'll go there on a Saturday, take photos, and because a markup on the iPhone is the best, is you just show them exactly what you want, how do you want the tiles to go, which tiles you want to go where, and then I send them that information and they go get it done. So because it's very trade involved, I don't have to be there full time doing the renos myself or build myself. Now, if you're a rookie, you don't have very much construction experience, it can also be very hands-off, but you're going to have to hire a builder. So you're going to pay a premium for that. But yeah, so say you're a banker, you have no idea how to build or swing a hammer. You're going to get through that development stage by yourself. And then when it's time to build, if you're building a purpose-built rental for your own portfolio, like, you're going to pay a lot for a builder to do it. But if you're holding that brand new asset for 10, 15, 20 years, and you can refi out of it a couple times and own it for free, or no money involved, it's completely doable. So it just depends on if you want to build it yourself, if you can, or if you can just hire someone to do it for you.
The other thing is, when you're looking to hire a builder, it looks like a lot of extra costs up front compared to yourself GCing. But think of the potential mistakes that can bring you way higher than hiring a builder.
Yeah.
So for a rookie, I would 100% recommend that.
Because you've seen it.
We've really done it. I've cost us a lot of money.
Oh, do they know that?
Yeah.
What'd you
I
say?
try to hide it. So
there's 3 stages of kind of the wealth creation in infill development, right? There's that development where you kind of increase the value of the land, right? So whatever it is, 100,000, 150,000, you can make money on the build by being very efficient, which is what we do. But you also make money on holding that property, right? Profiting from it, market appreciation, forced appreciation, all that sort of stuff. So for a lot of the beginner investors, maybe take away that middle one, that builder one. Let a professional handle it. You've made money on development, which is doable, and then you make money on kind of holding it, right? Or if you want to sell after a little while, I'm sure the market. If you put out a good product, the market's gonna reward you for it, right? So if somebody has the appetite, they can do all three. But because for a lot of people who are starting, that building probably is the most challenging.
Yeah, it's the riskiest, obviously, of the three.